Morning learners, welcome to this lesson, Science Class 7. Today we are going to learn about safety measures when handling electricity. I'll take you back to previous lesson whereas we did the investigation on bad conductors and good conductors of electricity. And we realized that water is a good conductor of electricity. So we are going to start from there. Water as a good conductor of electricity gives us the first measure or first precaution which you are supposed to take when handling electricity. Do not touch electric switches with wet hands. Do not touch electric switches with wet hands. Wet hands. And this one now is taking us back again to switches. We said a switch is a good conductor of electricity. But what covers it, the outer cover of a switch, that's a bad conductor of electricity. So the outer part, that's not a switch. That's just what we use to laminate it so that we don't get electrocuted. The switch itself is a wire. So switch is a good conductor of electricity. When you touch a switch with wet hand, remember we said water is also a good conductor of electricity. So when you touch switches with wet hand, there is a high chance of you being electrocuted. So do not touch electric switches with wet hands. This may cause electric shock. This may cause electric shock. Number two, which is related to this one, avoid touching electric wires, especially naked wires. Avoid touching naked electric wires and cables, especially cables. These ones are the ones which transport electricity from one place to the other. And you see electric poles connected with the electric wires. Or some of them are on the lower side, whereas we may be able to touch them. You are not supposed to touch them. Please, when you see touch, report to any responsible adult around you. Number three, next precaution we are supposed to take when we are handling electricity: do not insert objects in electric sockets. Do not insert objects in electric sockets. Or sharp objects, for example, things like pencil. We realize that pencil is also a good conductor of electricity. From our last experiments and practicals we did, we realized that pencil is a good conductor of electricity. So, and some sharp objects like metals, wires, do not insert them into the sockets. And this one may lead to electric shock, or it may also lead to fire. May lead to fire, because when you insert the objects inside, it dismantles the fixing of the wires inside the socket, and now maybe these wires may may be in contact with each other, and that may lead to fire. The other precaution, avoid overloading sockets. This is the most common one at homes. Avoid overloading sockets. This is the worst at home because everyone wants to charge their phone. We want to run all the electric appliances at home. For example, you are using your iron box for ironing and pressing your clothes at home. The radio at the corner is on, passing information and entertaining you. The TV on the table is also on, passing information at home and also for entertainment. And in the kitchen, you realize electric cooker is working there. The refrigerator at the corner is on, working for food preservation. Electric kettle is on somewhere in the kitchen for heating and boiling water. And also some people use immersion heater for heating and boiling water. And also charging our phones. When we do all these things at the same time, that one is called overloading socket. So avoid overloading socket. What happens when we overload sockets? One thing, it leads to overheating of the socket, and when the sockets are overheated, what happens? It leads to fire. Overheating leads to overheating, which may later lead to fire. This leads to overheating, which later leads to fire outbreak. This is the common cause of fire at home, or especially in those areas where electricity is mostly used to run the activities at home, like ironing, watching television, listening to your radio, electric cooker, refrigerator, electric kettle, immersion heater, and others, or like charging phones. So this is a major concern which everyone should take. This precaution number 4, avoid overloading sockets. The next one is about repair. When these gadgets and these devices, these appliances break down, what do? We need to take them to a good technician who has knowledge in repairing them. I know there are some parts of these appliances which we can just fix at home, but the precaution you're supposed to take: do not repair electric appliances when the power is on. Do not repair electric appliances when the power is on. Do not repair electric appliances when the power is on. So make sure that you switch off the sockets or the switch. You put it you switch it off before you start repairing or fixing those parts. And the next one, do not touch naked or bare wires. That one we said here, do not touch naked wires and electric cables. That one also may lead to electrocution and shock. Or the other one, we have used the appliances according to manufacturer's instruction. This one is also important. or you realize that, especially for students, those ones in universities, or some of them even use a iron box to heat water. And they don't use them according to the manufacturer's instruction, which means it's using the electric device wrongly. So make sure you use it accordingly, and all the steps how you're supposed to use it. There's this sheet where, as when you buy them, there are instructions there how you are supposed to install it, how you are supposed to use it, how it is supposed to be repaired, and when the broken part takes place, how you're supposed to repair them. Make sure you follow all that. So make sure you use an electric appliance according to the manufacturer's instruction. Use electric appliances according to the manufacturer's instruction. Make sure you follow the manufacturer's instruction to the letter. Then lastly, which most of us don't take there much time doing, is unplugging electric appliances when not in use. Most of the time we leave our switches and our sockets on, even at night when we are asleep. And some of us, they leave their radios on, their TVs on, so everybody's sleeping. You realize someone with the earphones on the ears and you are sleeping while the charger is on the socket and the electricity is on at home. You are risking your life, especially when there is a fire or there is a disconnection, or you may be electrocuted. So the main thing here, unplug the appliances, plug the electric appliances when not in use. Unplug electric appliances when not in use. In fact, this one, for example, if you are leaving home, assume that you are leaving home, you are in the morning and you are supposed to come back in the evening, or this one, you must make sure you put it off at the main switch, so that if there is any disconnection or misconnection of the wires within the day, or there's high chance of prevention of fire in your house. So these are the instructions you're supposed to follow when you're dealing with the electric appliances. Make sure you follow them accordingly. Have a blessed day.